If you're a designer, you know the feeling, right? You've got this absolutely perfect vision for a garment just locked in your head. The real question is, how do you get it from your mind into the real world without something getting, well, lost in translation? That's the huge challenge we're going to tackle today. You know, it always starts with that spark of creativity. You sketch it out, you can see it perfectly, you can almost feel the fabric in your hands, but there is a massive gap between that beautiful initial idea and a finished piece of clothing. And it's right there, in that gap, that so many brilliant designs just disappear. So what is it? What's the one thing that separates a smooth, easy production process from an absolute nightmare of costly mistakes and frustrating delays? It really all comes down to a single word: communication. And this, right here, really lays out the two paths you can go down. On one side, you have the designer's vision. It's all about clarity, precision, and creativity. But without the right tools, you end up on the other side, a confused manufacturer who's just left to guess. And that guesswork? Oh, it leads straight to expensive errors, maddening delays, and piles of wasted samples. Okay, so how do we bridge that communication gap? How do we guarantee clarity? Well, you need a single source of truth, one master document that gets rid of all the guesswork, and the best way to think of it is as a garment blueprint. Now, that blueprint has an official name. It's called the Tech Pack. And put simply, it is the absolute backbone of apparel production. This is the document that holds every single technical detail a manufacturer needs to bring your vision to life. Honestly, for any serious creator, it is completely non-negotiable. I love this analogy. The absolute best way to think about a tech pack is like it's a detailed architectural plan for your garment. I mean, think about it. You would never, ever build a house without a blueprint, would you? The exact same logic applies right here. You shouldn't be trying to make a garment without a tech pack. So what actually goes into this blueprint? What makes it work? Let's deconstruct the whole thing and break down the anatomy of a tech pack into its key components. It really boils down to three core parts. First up, you have your flat sketches. These are just simple, clear 2D illustrations of your design from every single angle. Next, detailed specifications. This is the real nitty-gritty. Every measurement, your fabric choices, every trim detail, and every stitching technique. And finally, production guidelines. These are the step-by-step instructions to make sure the manufacturer gets it right the very first time. Okay, so now we know what a tech pack is. Let's talk about why it's so incredibly critical. Why is this blueprint the key to building your collection with total confidence? Well, it all comes down to three massive benefits. First, and this is a big one, a detailed tech pack saves you a huge amount of time and money. When all the information is clear right from the start, you cut out all those endless, costly email chains and all those rounds of shipping samples back and forth. And that means you get to your final product way faster. Second, it just minimizes errors. Look, a manufacturer's job is to produce, not to read your mind. By providing every single detail, we're talking everything from the thread color to the exact zipper length, you eliminate any and all ambiguity. And less ambiguity means fewer mistakes. It's plain and simple. And maybe this is the most important benefit of all. A tech pack protects your creative vision. It is the ultimate tool to make sure that the garment you hold in your hands at the end of the day is the exact one you dreamed up in the first place. It's your creativity, faithfully and accurately brought to life. So here's the crucial point. When you take the time to create a solid, detailed tech pack, you're not just doing paperwork. You are literally laying the foundation for your own success. You're making sure your vision can be built correctly, efficiently, and professionally. This isn't just another box to check or some administrative task. The tech pack is the very foundation of your design. And we all know that without a strong foundation, even the most beautiful structure is eventually going to collapse. And that brings us to our final thought. As a creator, you really have to ask yourself this. You have the brilliant idea. You have that creative spark. But is your design's foundation truly built to last?